Hi, my name is Connie Jian, and today I want to talk about neurotransmitters and your health. Before we get started, I want you to ask yourselves, do you suffer with anxiety or depression? Do you struggle to fall asleep or stay asleep throughout the night? So men, is your libido compromised? And women, do you dread the weeks before your period? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, an underlying neurotransmitter imbalance may be the cause. So let's discuss neurotransmitters and their role in our bodies. Neurotransmitters are chemical messengers used by the nervous system to relay information from one nerve to another. The body relays information through the nervous system about anything that it experiences, hears, touches, smells, or ingests, continuously communicating back and forth between the brain and our body. Optimal neurotransmitter balance is required to maintain proper health. Imbalances can cause the brain and the body to be over or under-stimulated, producing neurological or psychological symptoms. So can a dysregulated nervous system impact health? Well, like hormones, neurotransmitters require a delicate balance to keep the body functioning at a peak level. Genetics, environment, chemicals, and nutritional deficiencies are a few factors that can cause or result in over or underproduction of neurotransmitters. Once out of balance, the nervous system begins to compensate, which in time can lead to neurological or psychological symptoms. Some of the more common psychological conditions today are known to be accompanied by neurotransmitter imbalances. However, it's also possible for individuals to present similar symptoms yet have unique imbalances. So proper testing helps to clarify these root issues. So psychological disorders are on the rise. 16 million United States adults have had at least one major depressive episode or experienced depressive symptoms. This is according to the National Institute of Mental Health back in 2014. And anxiety disorders including OCD, PTSD, generalized anxiety, and phobias affect about 18% of adults annually. We now know that neurotransmitters play a key role. Conditions such as depression and anxiety can occur when neurotransmitter levels are out of balance. So are you affected? Well, it's estimated that 86% of Americans have suboptimal neurotransmitter levels. Increased stress, poor diet, toxins, drugs, alcohol, nicotine are just a few perpetuators. So some of the neurotransmitters that you should know are that there are many transmitters in the body, but the primary messengers are divided into two groups. One known as the excitatory neurotransmitters. One is dopamine under this group. Generally regarded as the brain's pleasure and reward center, plays the central role in addiction, improves attention, focus, and motivation, and modulates movement control. Epinephrine and norepinephrine regulate the fight or flight response, elevate blood pressure, heart rate, stimulate wakefulness, and reduce digestive activity. Glutamate functions as the on switch in the brain. It's the major excitatory neurotransmitter that decreases sleep, optimizes learning, memory, mood, and improves libido. This particular neurotransmitter, if too low, can cause migraines and fatigue, which many of you suffer from. 4 is histamine, which plays a role in the body as the neurotransmitter that increases metabolism, promotes wakefulness, and suppresses appetite. 5 is PEA, phenylethylamine, promotes energy, elevates mood, regulates attention and aggression, and serves as the biomarker for ADHD. So some of the inhibitory transmitters are GABA functions, or GABA, which functions as the off switch of the brain. It's the major inhibitory transmitter that improves mood, relieves anxiety, and promotes sleep. Glycine is another one. It plays a dual role as a neurotransmitter and amino acid that serves as a building block to proteins. It improves sleep quality, calms aggression, and serves as an anti-inflammatory agent. 3 is serotonin, generally regarded as the happy molecule. Contributes to the feeling of calm and well-being that eases depression and anxiety, supports sleep, and decreases appetite. If too high, though, it can contribute to anxiety, celiac disease, and low libido. So let's further discuss symptoms of neurotransmitter imbalance. First is the anxiety and depression. Neurotransmitters are often associated with anxiety and depression, specifically glutamate, which can cause panic attacks. PEA, histamine, serotonin, as well as epinephrine and norepinephrine. Chronic fatigue. An imbalance between excitatory and inhibitory neurotransmitters can lead to persistent fatigue. Impulsivity. GABA, dopamine, and serotonin are 3 chemical messengers commonly linked to disorders like the ADD, ADHD, and OCD. Insomnia. Imbalances in glutamate, histamine, dopamine, GABA, and serotonin are often linked to sleep disturbances and insomnia. PMS or PMDD. Imbalances in serotonin, dopamine, norepinephrine, and GABA are often involved in cases of PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, and severe PMS. So what can you do? Well, it's important that we make sure to alter our simple lifestyle first, which include exercise as the first one. Engage in regular physical activity for at least 30 minutes, 5 days a week, such as walking, yoga, Pilates, and weight training are good options. The National Institute of Health explains that exercise has been found consistently in several studies to improve mood. 2 is sunlight. Increase your exposure to bright, natural light. A recent article published in the Journal of Psychiatry and Neuroscience proves that exposure to bright light, such as sunlight specifically, increases serotonin levels in the brain. Be happy. Engage in activities that make you happy. Life is too short to be unhappy, so if you feel stuck, feeling sad, simply smile. Actions often will trump your feelings. Trust me. Listen to music, dance, or do anything that'll make you feel good. 4 is eat healthy foods, specifically foods that enhance dopamine precursors such as almonds, avocados, pumpkin seeds, and walnuts. Avoid processed foods, sugar, carbonated beverages, and fried foods. 5 is manage your mind. Stress is often the underlying culprit to your neurotransmitter imbalances. Choose to meditate, practice yoga, and stay mindful. Keep a journal. All are effective strategies to dissipate stress. Well, I hope this was helpful. This topic of neurotransmitter is one that is very personal to me, as I'm raising a son with ADHD and refuse to resort to mind-altering drugs for my little one. Rather, I choose to balance his brain to ensure that he thrives in life. Take the questionnaire found on my blog and assess where you are today. If you or anyone is struggling with the symptoms mentioned above, we can provide proper tests now to determine the imbalances of specific neurotransmitters and tailor a treatment plan using food and natural supplements to get you to feeling your very best. Please feel free to leave me comments, and as always, thanks for watching, and please share or like this post, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel today.